สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Welcome to Sizzling Singapore นะคะ This is special episode because
Code Orange.
Yeah, we are already at the Code Orange for your DORSCON in Singapore.
Yes, so we now giving you a update live in Singapore, showing how we are prepping for the novel coronavirus outbreak.
Yeah,
So far, as of 8th of February, there's been 40 confirmed cases in Singapore, and the disease outbreak response system condition has been raised to orange.
Yeah, I think that for this one, previously we didn't have it. I think that this DORSCON scale has just been established since SARS in 2004. So there was the outbreak during that year as well, and I think the government trying to scale all the outbreak so that to alert the people how to prepare in case if there's anything.
How to react accordingly. Yeah. So before SARS there was not this, and then after that there was I think it was the swine flu or the H1N1. So that was one of them was the orange as well. So this is officially the second orange DORSCON level that we've got so far.
Yeah. So this is how it looks like in terms of the alert level. So you can see that there's green, yellow, orange, and then red. So we are now at the orange. So what do we need to do when we are on the orange?
Second most severe. So as usual, you know, it says here disease is severe and it spreads easily from person to person, but it's not spread widely in Singapore yet. And so what you want to do is to practice your usual good practices, like if you are sick, stay at home, you know, not to spread the virus, and you've got to maintain a good personal hygiene, because even though it's like a very severe virus, but you know, simple things like washing your hand is very effective in dealing with this virus. So you know what the government is doing is they are having a quarantine and they are doing a temperature screening as well. But what's different about this is that someone can be infected and they not
know about it for 14 days, right?
They can have no symptoms, no fever, and they can still spread it to others. So in this case, the temperature screening is only partially effective compared to previously SARS, where you could easily spot whether someone could have it or not.
So stay alert, vigilant, and let's hope that it's not elevated into the red code.
And here we have the so-called the infection origin chart. This for Singapore, and in the chart you can see that from the confirmed cases in Singapore, we have imported cases, meaning people from China, they come into Singapore, and then you can see there's a Chinese nationals. A whole lot of it is of the cases are from there. And then we have evacuated Singaporeans from Wuhan as well. And aside from the imported cases, we also have locally transmitted cases. There's a few of them. And apart from this as well, we've also got the cases where it's a local transmission, but we are unable to identify where they get the disease from. And I think it's because of this, that's why they raised the alert level to orange, because it's really dangerous now, because you could be out there and you know someone could be perfectly fine, they are not sneezing, they are not coughing, but they're actually infected and they could spread it to you as well.
I think that the purpose of showing this chart is not trying to show the certain nationality is the cause of it. I think that is like showing the factual data that we have. So I think that we know that the virus is actually originated from Wuhan, but I think that from us, I think that we really wish the people from Wuhan or like China to stay strong and 加油. So you're gonna get through this, and we send all our regards to you guys.
Yeah.
So this is like the chart, and like Paul was saying that the reasons why it's changed to orange is because there was one case that they cannot trace back to where.
Maybe more than one already.
More than one, yeah, because this is
Some
as of
cases.
like I think the news from like the 7th February, so that's why it's actually
6, yeah.
oh sorry
For this chart, but yeah.
okay
Yeah.
6th of February, so it's just like it's kind of like if people don't know where it comes from, that is really something that's dangerous, so that's why they actually put into the orange color here.
Yeah,
Yep.
and for the people that's watching from other country, if your country don't have a lot of cases yet, it doesn't mean that you could, just be like
Yeah.
think it won't hit you, because now international travel is rampant, and
Right.
the rate that this disease spread is a lot faster as well, as we'll see in the
Yeah.
next chart. So you've got to still be wary and prepare accordingly.
Yep.
Yep. So here we have the comparison of this novel coronavirus versus other similar
yeah
diseases. So
I think that we in our how do I say in our world, right, there are like a major outbreak of the diseases along the years. So it's like traced back since like 1960s. So you can see that the number of cases, deaths, fatality rate. So we actually got this from like the information that we searched on the internet. So I mean this is where we actually see that for the coronavirus, I think that fatality rate is still low
low,
compared to
yeah.
others. However, if we actually look into like the right hand side chart, you can see that the spreading of the disease, the
infection
virus,
rate,
is pretty
exponentially
fast.
higher than
Right.
SARS. And
So
what you got to consider for the chart on the left is that the coronavirus has only been around for just a few months only, so it's something that's very new. So the figure that you see isn't like the overall figure yet compared to the other the rest in the past. Yeah, so that's something.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think that what we did is that we go and then observe how it looks like in terms of like the life in Singapore after the DORSCONs turn orange. So the DORSCON Orange was released on the Friday 7th February. So I think Pope was actually at the supermarket, so he actually he can share what he saw in the supermarket.
Okay, so how it all began is she sent me a photo of the supermarket shelf being empty. So I'm saying like, I'm thinking, okay, everyone's starting to go and hoard up. Maybe I should get some stuff myself. So I went down, I didn't even put the mask, which was a mistake, because over there it was starting to be really crowded already. So I suspect that it's something that's happening everywhere as well. So this is the I took this photo at my local supermarket itself. So this is what you see here are lines of people queuing up, and this is not even near the cashier itself. So the lines are kind of like snake, where you play the game and it's twist and turn.
How long did you wait for the queue?
Don't really remember. Maybe half an hour to an hour.
Half an hour to
it's
an
pretty
hour.
long.
Because usually if we go to the supermarket, we can
Yeah,
go
it's
for
really
like
quick.
a cashier like 5 to 10 minutes max. So you can see that people really like feel that they really need to prepare for this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think why this happened is because of this is Singapore, and I don't want to stereotype, but there's a saying that Singaporeans can be kiasu.
What does that mean?
So that means it's like they are very
They want to be
like
prepared.
like be more, they are more prepared and more kind of like
Prepare lah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
it's a culture here, to always prepare and be, they always want things for themselves first, and it's also could be due to the rumor or the news that in Hong Kong the toilet roll are running out because the supply is getting cut off from China. So maybe people think that if it happens in Hong Kong, it could happen here, so they quickly stock up now.
Okay, so that's for the first day. And for the second day, what we actually observed, we also went to like the supermarket, but it's a different NTUC. So
this is at the mall.
yeah, at the shopping mall, which is like a big shopping mall.
Yep.
So what we observe is just like the queue starts to shorten, and like even though that some of the shelves are empty, like the toilet rolls or like the cleaning, like the alcohols or the hand
soap,
sanitizers, the soaps are out of stock. But people at the NTUC are like working very hard to like fill up
to
the
restock.
stocks. You can actually see that along the way when
A
people
lot of, like,
like going and
trolleys,
shopping,
yeah,
they're
is
actually
being
bringing
restocked.
the new carts in, and then like, they're like repacking and then put into the shelf. So yeah, that's what we see. And then we actually observe also that some of the things that they have the restricted
So
amount of the quantities that they can buy,
so
right?
for day 2, what I see was that I think it's a hand sanitizer, the mask. These are the items that's being restricted for now. And also, when we were at day 2, the masks are back in Unity. Back in stock.
Unity is like another pharmaceutical
Something
type. Like
in
is it the
Singapore.
comparison to
Like Guardian,
Watson's?
Watson,
Guardian. But Unity is like under Singapore government. So this is how it looks like. You can see that in instant
This is the
noodle.
instant noodle shop,
It's first time I'm in Singapore. I've seen that the instant noodle shelves are empty. So and then this one is like the canned food also. You can
it's
see
also
that
starting to run low, and
correct.
but it's being restocked as well.
Correct. So this is like the instant noodle that we see here, and on like this is the tissue, the
limited
wipes,
items that I was talking about.
Correct.
So the wet wipes, hand sanitizer, and face mask.
So I think that these are like the essentials of like the families with like small kids that they need to stock up. So understandable. You can see that the body and hand soap are also sold out as well. So I think that is a good hygiene that you need to wash your hands more frequent. But you can see like the difference.
And
this is the
toilet roll
section.
area.
So you can see that it's totally empty. And what we actually see, the good news is just that, like Paul was saying, mask is back in the
because
stock.
previously it was almost
Sold
nationwide, sold out.
Everywhere. It actually, I think that in the Guardian and then Watson's, they actually have
the sign
saying that
sold
all
out.
the masks are being sold out. And I think that not only in Singapore, in Thailand, Indonesia, or even Philippines, the masks are all sold out as well. So I think that people are queuing here to buy the mask. I think that there's a limitation of how many people can buy as well. That's why people are queuing for it.
You want to make sure there's enough for everyone.
Yes.
So you see the yellow boxes. Those are the supplies of new supplies of the mask. And also you can see the sign that they are out of stock. This is probably from last time.
Okay. And then they actually have like the fake news alert as well, because there's a lot of speculations, a lot of news about like the mask supply, or I mean, that's why I think that we have to be careful on where we get the news from. Make sure that it's from the official sources, and make sure that it's really not just like the articles that people sharing from like WhatsApp or Line, or that they cannot trace back. Because I think that in a time like this, the correct and accurate information are very crucial, because or else people will be like, in terms of like the panic, we don't need to create a lot more panic than the situation is.
So something important to note is that just now we show the shelves, a lot of empty shelves, but those are only for those items. So every other stuff is still fully in stock. So it's still good.
Liquors are still there for your information. The meats are still there, and snacks are still there. So it's all full shelf. Vegetables are also there as well. Oh, and then I think that this is something that we find interesting. Like such a very smart
this
marketing
TCM
move.
They are giving away free masks, and you can see there's people queuing up as well. So I think this is something that's pretty good. They are helping out the public as well. while at the same time they
They're
are
marketing
also doing
their brand.
marketing for their own. So you can see they're offering a free consultation, and we tried out this Moxie Bastion, which is
It's
some
like the Chinese
traditional
cupping, So it's just like when you do that, and then for a certain time, it's just like the joystick on the top, and once it's like done, it claims that it actually brings out the, how do I say, the bad
toxins or
the
something.
toxin
Improves
from
your blood
body.
flow or your energy meridian.
So it's kind of interesting, and then we got the mask as well. Yep. So day 3, which is today. So I think that nothing changed much yet.
But there's a news already that NTUC now limits purchase of high in demand item.
And what are those?
So you got your paper products, which is now limited to 4 packets per customer, and then rice 2 bags per customer. Instant noodles, hot stuff, is now 4 per customers, and vegetables as well is now limited to $50 per customer.
So this is like what the sign is actually being put on the NTUC today, and this is like the sources where we got the news from. So I think, plan and then do not overreact, I would say. Stay vigilant and alert for the situation. Prepare for it, but don't panic for it.
So I think for Singapore, we have our food supply are very well diversified, so we get them from many different countries and not only China. So I think it should still be pretty safe.
And I think that before we close, like on how we feel about the preparing for Court Orange, I think we would leave with like the preventive measures on how do we actually prevent ourselves to get the virus and everything. So it's like the basic thing that we should be doing. So the first one is just like avoid contact with the live animals, like poultry, birds, or at this point avoid the consumption of the raw and undercooked meats.
So if you are doing barbecue, make sure it's cooked properly.
And then the personal hygiene, I think that this one should be regularly practiced, but I think that is more important now that you practice it regularly. And then what do you do if you have like coughing and
you gotta wear a mask so it's contained within the mask and you don't spread it out. And if you're not wearing the mask, then use a tissue paper.
And then it's just like avoid the crowded places at this point in time, because you don't know where
who
they
might be
come
infected.
from. Exactly. So it's just like to protect yourself first. Avoid at this point in time to go to the crowded place. And then lastly, just to frequently washing your hands.
This is really
very
important.
And I think that you just have to there's the correct way on how you wash your hands as well. Make sure that you use soap, and then you really scrubbing all the all the fingers and then the palms and everything before you it will be very important you do that before you eat the food.
Because that's how the virus transmit through your mouth, nose, or the eyes, or so another important thing that's not mentioned here is, if possible, just don't touch your face, because that's how the virus transmit, because you might touch some you might touch some area, some area that's been touched by someone that's infected, and that's how it gets onto your hand, and then when you touch your mouth, nose, or eye, and then it goes into your system, and that's how you get infected.
Right. Okay, so I think that's it on how we do the situation for the coronavirus in Singapore. So
hope we all make it through this quickly.
We will make through this. I mean, stay vigilant and then stay alert, but don't panic or overreact. And we are still pretty much living our day-to-day life as normal. So it's just that you have to stay healthy, eat healthy stuff, monitor your health, and then I think that we should be fine. So I think that this is from us, from Sizzling Singapore, episode 7. It's a special,
guys.
It's a special episode because we don't go and then take the video of the events, because we should avoid the crowded places. So I think that we hope you like it, and then if there is anything news or anything like that we can share with you, we will do that. So don't forget to subscribe and then comment for our channel as well.
Yep. If you got any updates, you can just put it in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
Any suggestions?
Alright. Thank you. สวัสดีค่ะ Bye-bye.
See you guys.